Priory, Thetford. We would have loved to have done it last night, but it's owned by English Heritage and they are clearly locking it at 4 o'clock, so you can't get into it at all. So we decided to come today. Look, peeing down with rain. We're still going to walk around live as best we can. If it really gets heavy, then we'll have to give it up, but we'll stay as long as we can. Becky's going to give you some history on the Priory, and then Adam's going to do the walk around and see what he picks up, so enjoy.
Yep. So, did you want to go?
I'm going to go for a little walk on my own.
You're going to go for a little walk on your own. So, the history of this place is absolutely amazing. It was dedicated to Our Lady of Thetford, and it dates back to the 12th century. Very, very prominent priory within Norfolk. It was very, very large, and it was one of the last to have been dissolved by Henry VIII in 1540. Now, all the Dukes and Earls of Norfolk were actually buried here as well. They all requested to be buried in this holy place. It's the monks who were here with Cluniac. So there's several orders of Christianity and everything, so they were Cluniac. It was one of 3 religious houses actually based here in Thetford. That's how important the religious aspect was in this town. So there was, you had this priory, there was also St George's Nunnery as well, and there was another priory further in the town too, but this was the largest. As we walk around, you'll see that it is in ruins now, as a lot of the priories and the monasteries are, which is a shame, but it's absolutely beautiful here except for the rain at the moment. So yeah, so it's just a little bit of history on the place, and we're now just going to sort of walk round and see what we pick up and what Adam picks up and everything. So yeah, so jump on, say hi guys, like and share, and yeah, so let's just have a look at your comments. Is anybody commenting yet? So hi Jill and Lauren, hi April,
Hi April,
hi Diane, hi Michelle, hello Amy, hi Andrew. Hello everybody. So hi Gail.
hello, hello.
Okay.
Right, so shall we just follow Adam?
Shall we have a walk round?
Yeah.
First of all, I need to speak about, there's a couple of things I need to speak about. As I was walking in where that gate is, the new house, the new build house, which is just on the corner there, which you can't see from this direction, they used to stand a mill. I saw that in my mind's eye very, very clearly, a mill with the crossbars. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, at night in this place, you would have audibles as well. Becky, come over here because you need to confirm what I'm saying. You would have audibles, but also more likely you would see lights. Now these flickering lights dance around the ruins. Doesn't seem to go out into the actual spaces in between. It seems to be round the walls.
Okay.
Almost fairy-like.
Yep.
Yeah, little flickers. Now over in that direction, now I'm seeing different levels here. In that direction over there, there's a water source, a well, or something that was very, very special and sacred prior to this priory being built. Now this is although it's a male thing, there's monks here.
Yeah.
Don't get monks here. I get residually there's monks, but there's 2 women that are very active, who are both nuns. Now one nun was like an anchoress who would have been situated with that well. She was brought in specially to look after that place because it was held as being very feminine. The other lady was very, very high up, and she did a lot of travelling, almost like a messenger between the different religious orders that were here.
Okay.
So she would have come here, spoken to the monks. She was very high up, like a, what do they call it now?
Mother Superior.
Yeah, like a Mother Superior. Then she would have took messages all the way around. Now she was, thank you, she was directly employed by royalty.
Yeah.
Okay. She was employed, which is unusual to me because I think usually they go with the Pope, but obviously at the point before the dissolution, the Pope would have fed down to the King, and the King would have had this special woman that would have took messages to other parts locally.
Right.
But she also took to royalty as well.
Okay.
She was almost like a spy as well, to see what was happening and what was going on.
Yep.
All right, I need to say that. Now, I think she's all about, but this other woman who's the anchorage, she is definitely only at that well source, which
Right,
I believe is in that direction over there. Can you just pan over?
We'll take a walk over there in a bit.
I'm just going to go I think we'll just go
Should we just
counterclockwise.
keep that-
So-
Yeah.
Whichever way you want to go, Adam.
So what you've said, so there was 3 religious houses here in Thetford.
Yeah.
So you had this Priory,
Yeah.
which was Our Lady of Thetford. You then had the St George's Nunnery as well, and there was another one further into the town. I haven't actually managed to get any info on that. I think
Okay.
Tina, who's coming out with us tonight, should know more.
If I, as we go around, I'll see if I can get names for the
Your
2
link
women.
with royalty
Yeah.
is really interesting because the Dukes and the Earls of Norfolk
Yeah.
are buried here. This is where
Okay.
they requested to be buried, and they were obviously the Dukes of Norfolk were always up in sort of with the king.
Okay.
They were the king's right hand man.
Can I say to you, just because I'm now getting it, now this woman actually, the Mother Superior, if you want to call her that isn't what she was called.
Okay.
But she's coming forward and she's saying about her special things which were kept here. Now, when I say special things, these are holy things.
Right.
Okay, first of all, I'm seeing this wooden cross, quite a large thing, with golden like florets on each of the arms, and in the centre there was a relic. Now I believe this, what she's trying to show me is part of the true cross, if you believe in that. It wasn't, unfortunately, but that's what they said it was. You've got that relic. You've got a relic kept here which was a tooth of one of the saints.
Right. Okay.
Okay, this woman is, she's almost like in charge of that side of things.
Right.
So you had pilgrims coming here specifically because of the relics that were held here.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So there was a tooth. There was also, I believe they had some sand from the Holy Land or some soil from the Holy Land.
Right.
And this was in an ornate, like, vase type thing. Now, it's not unusual with these places they would have had relics because that's what they survived on. But the ones here were quite special because people travelled, and after Walsingham, this was probably one of the main ones
probably
apart from
would have
Glastonbury.
been, yeah.
The stench of how this was done, which was done in 2 parts, this was dissolved in 2 parts, it wasn't burnt in one go.
It was one of the last actually to be dissolved.
But what I'm saying is, it wasn't destroyed in one go.
Right.
It was 2 parts. One section was gone,
Yeah.
and then the other section was gone probably the day after.
Right.
It was dissolved quickly, but in 2 parts.
Right.
All right, so perhaps you can find out about that. Let's go for a walk.
Yeah.
You can see the guys, it's actually big down here.
Okay, so let's have a look, see what you're saying. Hi, Susan. Hi, Shannon. We apologise for the weather again, guys. So, yeah, brilliant. Yeah, we apologise once again for the weather. We can't control it. It wasn't raining when we actually set off to come here. It's now chucking it down a bit. So,
Okay, also, it's strange because I've got another connection with Glastonbury here. Whiting, he came here on more than one occasion.
so who's
The
Whiting?
Abbot Whiting,
The Abbot Whiting.
of Glastonbury, before he unfortunately met his demise at the hands of Henry VIII, he visited here, which is really surprising to me because I wouldn't have thought he would have come here,
Right.
but he did visit here on 2 occasions.
Okay.
Now, the monks were being watched very sternly even before the dissolution.
Right.
There was some fraudulent things going on with regards to, firstly, the relics, because they weren't what they said they were, and the second thing was something to do with they were already coming away from the Pope. Before the dissolution, there was a group of high-up officials within this place that were already, for some reason, disconnected from the Pope. Okay? They held their faith to be very, very sacred, and they found that this particular Pope was coming away from the tradition.
Encroaching on their faith, basically.
Yeah, so they all wanted to break away anyway, and when the dissolution happened, there was 2 or 3 of them that were really, really pleased that had happened, and they followed Henry, if that makes any sense. If there's any historians watching, I hope this does make some sort of sense. it's a bit confusing that, but
Yes.
they didn't like that particular pope.
Right.
Now, May. Oh, okay, May. Round May Day, there was some festival. It wasn't Beltane, it wasn't May Day as what we think of it. It was connected with the faith of Christianity. There was a massive festival here every May.
Okay.
When is the Virgin Mary's birthday supposed to be?
That I don't know.
Yeah, I have no clue.
I get the feeling it's celebrating something within the Christian calendar in May.
Yeah.
And it was very, very big here.
Right.
So you're looking at you've got people dancing the maypole. Obviously that survived, but you've got the very, very Christian element. It was over 3 days, this festival, if you go back.
Yeah.
This was prior to the dissolution of the monastery.
Right.
All right. So yeah, you've got to have a look into the history as what
Yeah.
was happening there.
Okay.
All right.
Hi, Andrew. So
Who we got watching now?
we've got.
Betty?
Hang on, let's have a look. So we have got Jill and Lauren. We've got April. We've got Andrew. We've got Gal Bahana. We've got Daniel James Kemp. Michelle's
Daniel.
watching.
Dan, how
Diane's
you doing?
watching. Amy's watching.
Hey Amy!
Yeah, so we've got quite a few.
You have a great here with a well type thing,
Yeah,
but that's not it.
right,
No,
okay.
this isn't that double.
Right.
Squirrel, squirrel, yes.
I saw that.
It's really nice actually because you've got the healing aspect here as well, where the monks, and I still want to say that the feminine is so strong.
Right.
Okay, although you've got these monks here, there were women that almost they were seeing them.
Right.
So
Okay.
what you've got is people who are very, very poorly being looked after by the monks.
Yep.
So you've got a mixture of different things. You've got frailty, general frailty. You've got the tuberculosis, and they're all being looked after by these group of monks.
Yep.
But being overseen by the nuns because they had here in this local facility, they had the healing knowledge of the herbs and how to treat conditions.
Yep.
The monks were inept at it; they weren't very good at
No.
it.
So if you go back to that period in time, so the word hospital actually comes from the medieval period, and a hospital back then was when people were on pilgrimage, they would go and stay at a hospital, and it was normally in the priories and that, or outbuildings off the priory.
Yeah.
And monks and the religious and monastic houses back then were the social services of their day. So they would take in the poor, they would take in the sick, and they would nurse them back to health, or they would look after them until the end of their lives, basically.
Yes.
So it would make sense that you would have that.
Now here,
That's the most intact part of the.
I've got a very, very strong sense of community.
Right.
Okay, so rather than being more religious, this is the secular area.
Okay.
This is where, if you were of nobility, you would have been introduced, you would have come in, and that you would have been greeted.
Would you just want to stand and just get out of the rain for a
Yeah.
little while?
Did you bring the K2?
Yeah. Yeah, I've got the K2.
Have a quick.
Yep.
Another one, Liz.
No, I saw that last time I was here. Yes,
Yeah, so this would have been obviously well as well, but it's been cat. Let's look.
it's been kept.
Yeah, so there was going to be one over there.
There's the
There's the
K2.
K2. Because I've never bought the K2 here before. When we came last time, I
Okay.
didn't get the K2. Sorry,
Right. This Mother Superior type woman, Agatha, named after a particular saint, whatever that means. And it's almost like a French name. It's like a de toy or de toy, something like that.
Which would have been, again, at that time, the nobility would have had that de.
she wants to welcome us. I'm passing on her message because she's here physically. Now, if you want to try with your what equipment have we got?
Should we try a voice recording?
Yeah, we can try voice
Get your voice
recording.
because I think you'll probably get her voice. She's very, very articulate.
Okay.
I don't understand everything she's saying because I don't.
Is she speaking in French?
No, she's not speaking French. She's speaking an English that I can't
Right, I'm with you.
figure every word.
How are we doing on the KT?
No spikes.
That's good.
Okay, so she is here, she's present. Now, where she stood is in between Florida and you, Becky. She's in this gap here, alright? Now, she has come through... Yeah, okay. She's come through not in a typical nun dress. She's come through in a... she's got a headdress on, but it is more the headdress of the period.
Yep.
Okay? Although she's religious. This isn't a secular garment, this is a religious garment, but it looks more like the secular dress, so it was very fashionable,
Right.
if that makes any sense.
Yep.
See, I'm going back to about 1450-ish, 14, that end part of the 1400s with her. So she was the watchful eye, she was watching everything even at that point, and she's got a lineage, not a biological lineage, but from the convent from where she's from, there's a lineage of women that would have took her role coming here,
Okay.
after her, right up
Right.
till it was dissolved.
Right.
That's what she wants me to say.
Okay. Shall we do some pulling out?
Yeah.
Shall we just
Good idea.
so you just sort of do what pull out?
You can.
No, go on.
No, you can.
I'll take her up in here. She's not moving, she's standing.
Oh my God,
There you go.
The minute that's
So-
asked me to move,
Ah,
Yeah.
so we have got the
Just hang on.
camera there.
that
So
is true.
yeah.
It could be bumped
So
actually, yes.
Agatha,
Yeah, Agatha, yeah.
Agatha, if you are here with us, which you are, I've got a box here that you can talk into. Could you tell us what year it is? Are you happy here? Is it you that causes the lights at night? Can you tell us how old you are? Do you have anything else to sort of ask?
No, but we have got Jill saying here, hey guys, there's actually activity in the archway.
Oh,
Where we started the film from when we opened up the shop.
Yeah.
So we can maybe go back there in a little while. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Jill.
Thank
Can I
you,
just say,
Jill.
when I
Or
walked
is it in
past
this
here with the
archway
K2
here?
a moment ago,
Yeah.
it did spike, but just to debunk that is actually because we're streaming. Sometimes when we're streaming, it does set the K2 off, so that wasn't actually...
Okay, she wants me to also tell you
So
about
do you just want to press
a
pause?
very special statue that was here,
Yeah.
which is of the lady. Now, it was unusual in the fact that it didn't originally come from here, it came from abroad, and it was black.
Right, okay.
It was a black statue of the Virgin Mary. Now, the way it was held within a chapel. If you've been to Walsingham, you'll know that chapel there, yeah, which is very, very dark, and she wears all the ornate dress.
Yeah.
Very, very similar here. They had a specific designated area where this statue was.
Yeah.
It was very dimly lit, and all you see is candles around the perimeters, with this statue in the centre. It's black.
Okay.
Well, Laureen just said there is a Saint Agatha. She was made.
Saint in 251 and comes from Sicily.
There we are.
So there you
then.
are, yeah.
Well done, Alan.
Thanks,
Perfect.
Lauren.
Thanks, Lauren.
Thank you. Lauren, are you local? Who are you? Lauren
Lauren
Bleach. Oh, I know
Yeah,
Lauren. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Hi, Lauren. Sorry, I just recognised who you were. Do you know anything else about Thetford? history-wise. If you do, please post your comments, because I'm getting more of a feminine presence here than what I am masculine, because without it being public, they were the ones that were actually controlling it, not the monks. The monks were just the Melissa serving the bees, serving the queen, as it were, yeah?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes?
So,
Right,
where
this
else we-
actually is quite active in here.
okay.
Okay, activity-wise, out of the whole, if you want to call it a precinct, is this area. Can we go through this door?
Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no, we've got this lady with us again. I've got to assist her because that's respectful, and I don't know. So, can I just say, obviously there are signposts everywhere you go round here. Now, Prior's Lodging. So, what I have just said, I'll repeat that in a second. What I have just said is that this is where people were welcome, especially nobility, and this is actually the Prior's Lodging, so there's a good chance that they would have been entertaining the upper classes in this area. Now, Lauren has just said that we are on the feminine ley line here.
Ah, okay.
All right. What did it actually say? Sorry. Yeah, it's on the on a feminine ley line. Okay. So therefore, take away the priory. Before that priory, with these there's a number of sacred. There's wells here.
Yeah.
The specific one is out the back of this. That would have been dedicated to the goddess. Now, what happened to it is when we first arrived, Becky, a pure white swan flew from the area that I described right way around. To me, that signifies virgin and maiden's aspect of the goddess.
Yeah.
And this was dedicated to the goddess way before it was
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel about it. And
Do you reckon
Lauren's
that's
just-
why the priory was named after Our Lady?
Yes,
Thetford?
it
Yeah.
must have been. Now, what you do get, and again, it might be to do with what Lauren's saying with regards to the ley line, you get an emblem of a dragon over this place, whatever that means.
Right. Okay.
Okay, you could say St George, St Michael, but it's
Now
not.
I was to say the St George makes sense because the nunnery was dedicated to St
I wondered,
George.
yeah, because this woman who must have come from the nunnery,
Yeah.
she has. Was it
Yes.
on their shield? Was there a dragon on the shield for the nunnery?
I
do you
don't know. I would have to have a look. I mean,
Okay.
tonight when we do our investigation, we've got Tina Cunnell coming out with this. She's a town clerk. She was with us at Thetford Town Hall, and what she doesn't know about Thetford.
If you're watching,
know,
Tina, hi.
Yeah. Hey Tina, if you are watching. So she would possibly know more about the nunnery because I haven't actually been able to find out a lot about the nunnery. I just know that St George's Nunnery was near here.
Okay, perhaps we'll find out as we go
Yeah.
around, because the
Yeah.
nuns are more present here than anywhere else for some
Yeah.
strange reason.
Would they have fraternised together then, back then? Because I'm not sure if they did have, obviously they would have had the separate...
But what I'm saying is, for whatever reason, the monarchy were relying on the nuns to feed the information back, because the monks were doing what they were supposed to be doing.
Ah, okay.
So, probably, usually, they would only have met for Mass.
Yeah.
At the particular church. The church would have been this site, so you would have come from the convent. But it had their own chapel.
Yeah.
But they would have gathered here for Sunday Mass, special Christmas, Easter, that sort of thing. But they were actually spying. That's what they were doing. The nuns were spying on what they were doing.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
That's
Now,
it.
so in here, again, you've got part of this same part of the building. Again, it's very active because it's a living quarter.
Yeah.
The walls have absorbed not only the meetings of the upper people coming, because if we can say peasants, the normal everyday people like you and I wouldn't have been coming in here.
No.
No.
It was only upper people that would have come into
That is
this
actually
section.
fact.
All right.
Yeah.
What are you trying to tell me? She's whispering. Okay. She's talking about coming forward in history that she wasn't happy about the lodge. I'm talking about hunting.
So Warren Lodge. You've got a
Okay.
Warren Lodge.
She
in
was
Kent.
not happy because the hunting took place in all this, and this these grounds, even she realises now in her afterlife that some of the Christian teachers weren't quite right. Okay. And she's saying this place is so sacred and has been for thousands of years prior to this being built. She didn't agree with the hunting taking place on this property, so it must have been that you used this whole place as a hunting as well.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
And she used to watch that, and she would be almost in mental turmoil because she did not want that to happen on this sacred land.
Yeah.
The wind's getting up.
Yeah.
Most of the houses built around here were built on private property.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
The
land would
Priory
have been massive.
stretched a lot further. It actually stretched back into the town and to
And
where
Montague
we're
should
going-
never have come here.
Montague.
It's a surname.
Right.
He's Montague. He's a lord. Lord Montague should never have come here.
Right. Okay, that's something that I can.
I just need to
Look
pass
up,
that
yeah.
over.
So April's saying, hang on a minute, let's have a look. So we're going to say hi to Thomas. Hello, Thomas. Hello,
Thomas.
Vicky Smith.
Hi,
Hey, Vicky.
April has just come on because April was brought up in Thetford.
Yes.
There's loads of tunnels through Thetford from Castle Hill to the King's Gardens, which aren't far from here.
No,
Okay.
we passed the King's Gardens
Yeah.
today.
Right. Shall we go through this
Shall we
doorway?
go through this one?
Yeah.
Come on up here.
Yeah.
Laura, come with me. You go first. All right.
Well done.
We're up. They were very short, weren't they?
Yeah, but also the grounds sort of sank as well.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
You know,
You all right?
but, yeah.
This
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm getting that the main worship of the place were in two sections, here and here. Okay, I want to try and find that well. And it's over this side somewhere. Shall we walk over here?
Yeah,
I'll try over there.
Let's try. Right, in answer to your question, Becky.
Yeah.
Actually, it wasn't a question, it was a statement that I made, I think.
Just watch out for molehills, Laurie.
Prior to, I'm more interested in the history beyond the Priory, because we've
Yeah.
only got residual, but actually over this section there is active predating.
Okay.
This is the oldest area over here.
Right.
Now, do voice. And we have very young women tending this spring,
Okay.
all right? I'm hoping that the spring is still in existence, or at least capped, because I know the monks would have made use of that spring because they got this woman to come and tend to it.
Okay. Rain's easing off now,
Yeah.
guys, so we're a little bit drenched, but we'll dry out.
I don't know about my shoes though.
Yeah, your shoes are a bit wet, Caroline.
I'm sure some food was right, I think.
Yeah.
That's right, because I'm going to blow dry my shoes.
Have we got comments?
Now, I want to ask Lauren. I wish you were here, Lauren. This ley line that you were talking about, this feminine ley line, is that the Mary line? That's the first thing I wanted to ask, because I'm not sure. But this ley line runs from, you know where that large tall bit is?
Yes.
It runs in this direction. So it does incorporate this area, wherever this well is, and we need to find the well. Because I get a feeling that it's almost moving me in that direction. It's, I tell you how thick it is. Starts sort of here-ish. It's quite thick. And round about here.
Right.
So it's got good distance.
Yeah.
Now we know that ley lines do increase and detract, don't they? We know that, but it's a very special feeling place, isn't
It's
it?
lovely. I mean, I'm not picking up anything.
How do you feel? Do you like the place?
I've just got deja vu. When you were saying that, I swear that me and you have had this conversation before in this place.
Really?
Yeah, I just said that to Laura. As soon as you started saying, I'm thinking, I've had this conversation before.
Ah, okay. Tina is saying the well is to Adam's right beyond the walk towards the altar. So it is in that direction, I said. Left, I mean. Right. So there is a well here. Tina's just confirmed that it's here somewhere.
It's where the
well.
altar is. So where would the altar be? So the altar
my
would be
left,
over
she
there.
said.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I looked through there, I can't see, have a quick look, Adam, I can't see no
Thing is,
signs
it
of
could
a
have
well.
been capped
All the
and
rem-
covered over.
Yeah, covered over. You wouldn't know.
No, no, I'm not in the right area. You've moved. Okay, let's go back up here, Lauren. Okay, right now we're stood here now. Tina, if you'd be good enough, right, where I'm standing now, can you just tell us where the well is? Because I thought it was here somewhere. That's where I was pointing to from that area. It was there, wasn't it?
Tallest part
This
towards
wall.
the house, it has a gate in it. A grate in it. Ah, right, okay, towards the houses. So, thank you. So, altar is in the east. We need to, yeah, we need to use our mobiles to find north, south, east and west. I have got a compass on my phone.
So have I. Shall I have a look?
This is it. We're really crap investigators. We're really rubbish at directions, guys.
Carry on with this or pause it?
Pause it, yeah.
Now, and if I get the compass out, yeah.
I must admit, when I went in there, the K2 went ballistic.
Right, now listen, Les. When I was right over in that direction, Tina, I pointed towards where this wall is.
East is that way.
That there should be a well near this where this wall is.
Okay.
That's where I need to go.
So east is this way. Thanks, Jill. Now I have the compass up on my phone. Oh. Keep your comments coming, guys. As we said last night, if you see anything that we don't, let us know. It's a very, very calm feeling here, isn't it? It's not.
It's really beautiful and
Yeah.
peaceful, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's that with the aperture? What is that?
I don't know what that could be. Maybe it's the old well.
Is that it?
It might. Well, the east. So east is this way. No, hang on.
Tell Laura to be careful.
Adam,
Yeah.
so east is this way back before you.
Okay.
So the altar will be up.
Did you get a feeling about this place
I'll
here?
have a look at this.
Be careful down there. This is very slippery.
Yeah.
So I held on to you, Adam. You alright?
Yeah, lovely.
I won't come down there with you just yet unless you want to stand there. If I slip, don't laugh.
See, the well is in this direction, the old well. The thing that I'll be honest with you, I think it's been capped and probably covered over. It's in this area where this wall is.
I think it's an old oven, a way of cooking.
Could have been, yeah.
Could someone tell me this used to be the refectory, but I wonder what that is.
Yeah, you see, that's been
It's
capped.
been stoned
whatever
over,
that
hasn't it?
is,
It's been
isn't it? Okay.
Because if this was a refectory or part of the refectory, they would have needed the water source.
Yeah, and the thing is, this well would have been special, but it would have also been used secularly
Right.
as
I'm with
well.
you. Okay.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's in this area somewhere.
Yeah.
But there's numerous. I've noticed as we've been walking around, there's numerous wells, isn't there? Again, these look like cooking things, do they?
Well,
Oh yeah, there's part of a well here as
Yeah.
well.
what's this here, guys? Oh, it's just got an old vent or something.
What are you doing, Florence? Oh, you're getting down there. Right, well there's possibilities because I feel that the well is in this area. Like I said before, I'm going to stand on what I felt.
Yeah.
Okay. You've got a couple of possibilities.
Oh yeah, because east is this way. So, thanks. I need to kit you out with stuff for this. Yep, you do, Jill.
Because it is in this area.
Yeah, east is there. So the altar is over there somewhere. But, I mean, there are
Tina
signs
said it
up
has a metal grate on it.
that it has a metal grate on
Well,
it.
there's numerous ones that have metal grates on it, but
So
I'm
we
looking
need
for
to
one
head
in this
toward-
direction.
Up towards the houses, Tina said
Just
towards
look
the
at this,
gate.
Becky.
Oh, sure.
Right. I tell you what, Flo, why don't you ask these guys how they're feeling, what they're picking up on? Because I know Caroline said that she's picking up on stuff.
Yeah.
So just go ask her, see what she's picking up on and whatnot. What do you think?
Maybe just go there first,
Yeah.
see what you're picking up on there. and then we get to them, see
Yeah.
what they say.
See, I don't know what this is. Whether that was a...
Adam,
Yeah,
you know what I think I heard yesterday was about the inhabitant of an oak stove.
Yeah.
The right next door to us over there is the dining room, so it wouldn't have fitted if this could have been part of the kitchen, maybe?
possibly.
Cook the food.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's go and find the well
Well,
that Tina's talking about. Because from where I was standing, it would be in the direction that I was pointing anyway, wouldn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
So let's go and find that. Shall we go,
Shall we go this way?
This way?
can you get over there, Don? Alright. We'll help you up and down anyway.
you get down the other side.
Well, Adam, I do agree with you. I think that at some point has been kept over, but I can't think what I
Yeah,
might have
we're
been.
going to go through this way.
Yeah, it might be easier for Laura actually.
Right, we'll come through here.
This is, this is
I said to you that place is only in March. We love it.
That's just the blob.
Yeah.
When it was all built up properly.
the residual.
I mean, I know I haven't been doing it.
Yeah, it's really good.
But I feel very good.
I feel.
I did the first time I came to this place.
Yeah.
What this particular...
No, all of it.
Yeah.
I mean, as I said, like the conversation with you that we've never had.
Oh, you've been like deja vu.
Yeah.
It was exactly like it, and it was in that spot as well. I remember him saying it word for word.
And yet you've never been here.
No, never been. I didn't even know this place was here until
That's
you said about
interesting.
it.
That's interesting.
And I said I was drawn to there, but as I said, that was
No,
the dining
Becky, with
room.
regards
You and me
to
both.
this was dissolved.
So Tina said it's marked on one of the information boards, the well.
Okay.
Well,
Tina,
Yeah.
With regards to when this was dissolved, it was unusual in the fact that Henry sent one of his representatives and didn't go on his own.
Chocolate coin.
It's a shame it's not real gold. Well,
I think, yeah, it's a chocolate coin. How unusual.
Big weird thing to find over.
there's another one.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
We're now on a treasure hunt.
Yeah, we're now on a treasure hunt.
Who's been dropping gold coins
Oh, like
everywhere?
Hansel and Gretel. It was Hansel and Gretel that left the breadcrumbs, weren't it?
It was.
you can actually feel the residual
You
energy of this
can,
place.
as you walk through
Yeah,
it.
there's
Yeah.
flavour as well.
He
How
looked-
we doing? Follow the coin. It's a north-south line that runs through Thetford. Okay.
So do we know whether this main line that goes through Thetford, it has capillaries that come off it? Because a lot of ley lines do.
Yeah. Possibly. I'm not cleaned up on late line. Should be. I'm getting there slowly. Oh, the warming house. Look. Right.
Cass says she wants to put it here, can't quite make what it is. Does that go all the way through? No.
I just said to Laura over there, I said I'm drawn to that, and I don't know why.
I'm not picking up
Maybe
no
you
way.
go stand in there and see what you
Yeah,
pick
go
up.
on.
Probably fall over there. As long as I run into any spiders, we'll be alright.
See,
Did you want the
One
K2?
sign says parlour,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
and then
of
course. Got it?
Just a bit. Right.
No, none of that's coming on. I don't know.
You picking up anything?
No, I just feel drawn.
Okay.
I feel the only way I can describe it is, as I said, I feel like I've been here, and I haven't.
No. No, we haven't, have
No.
we?
I mean, we've been to a lot of places, but we've never been to Thetford.
Yeah. Okay.
But I feel drawn to this place. I feel like Well, Laura just said maybe I've been here before. Like, not in this life,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, quite possibly.
I don't know.
Are you
but
drawn to it in a negative or
no,
positive?
a positive way.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like
don't
I belong
negative.
here.
You always feel like you're part of how it was.
Yeah.
At the time.
Can't see me ever being a nun though. can you?
Yeah,
But I do. I feel very drawn to this place. I feel like I belong here.
yeah, it's a naughty room.
Probably.
Yeah, knowing you. Yeah,
Do you
Jill
know what I
said
mean?
that.
It's-
Yeah. So let's just
Building or the land that you're drawn to?
so just
But I was
just
over
go
there
through the
and
comments, so.
something drew me to
Yeah.
that, and I don't know why.
Right. So the east-west ley line goes to Lowestoft through
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm trying to think what that could
Yeah.
have been.
So. Okay, so the tallest part towards the houses, so that's that, and it has a grate in it, so it's got to be over there then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's-
but
that's
it was
weird.
over here that
Yeah.
I was.
You were drawn.
It's a special
Yeah.
place, so there must have been a capped well or something that's been covered over.
Adam, I still
What's that?
believe the first place you saw
What do you mean your legs
with the
are
square
gone
cat,
funny?
I think that must
Hang
have been
on.
a well or something. Sorry.
Let's- Go on.
My legs are tingling.
Really?
Yeah, from my knee down to my ankle. It almost feels like something's dragging me where it wants me to go. That's the only way I
So
can
where
put
you
it.
where
Follow
do
it,
you need
follow
to
it.
go
I
then?
don't
Follow
know where
it.
it wants me to go.
Well, where do you want to
Use
go?
your
I
instincts.
don't
Just
know.
follow your instincts.
I just get this sort of thing, and all of a sudden it's like I've got to go over there, and I don't know why. Like that,
Okay.
that's doing my head in. I don't know why I was drawn to the here. But if I move away from it, the tingling is going. It's here.
It's a past life thing.
That's what I just said to her.
Yeah, it's a
Believe
past
in it
life
before.
thing.
Yeah.
This lady that's shown us around is standing saying you should rejoin your sisters.
She's there.
Yeah.
But no, it's really weird here. I do feel like I feel like I belong, and I don't know why. But
Well, yeah, because you're the least religious person that I
Exactly.
know, and
there's
you're
no
really
way I was ever a nun,
rational
surely.
maybe that's why you are now.
If I was, I'm a bit lot more like Whoopi Goldberg in Sister Act than I was a proper one.
Whoopee cushion.
So anyway, just spin round to this area where that wall is, Florin, because in that area somewhere, disregarding the other wells that are actually dotted about, that is where the original sacred well would have been. Alright, so it's got to be there somewhere, even though it might not be visible to us now.
maybe when we come back we can get some dowsing rods.
Dowsing rods, yeah, I'll bring my
Yeah.
ones, yeah.
Yeah, and douse it.
So should we try and find this one that she was speaking about
That
anyway?
Tina was saying about. Yeah.
You're right.
I'm just gonna go.
God, usually this isn't even the names, is it?
Yeah.
So the altar would have been that one then, surely. Wouldn't it?
No, sit by the archway, which is obviously where we started filming earlier. That's the archway to come into it. This is the chapter house.
Yeah, chapter house, yeah. Oh, I've just seen somebody.
Okay.
He tucked through there, and that was an actual monk.
Really?
I didn't think there was a I didn't think there was a
Okay.
monk here, but there is. Becky, are you excited?
Oh no, why?
There is a male presence here.
Hey!
There's a monk which just darted through that opening there as
Okay.
we were walking past,
Yeah.
and he's going into that direction. So let's have a look see where he
Yeah.
goes.
All right then.
At least we have one monk that is present.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, because you saying about sort of being drawn here. When we went to Glastonbury, I felt really drawn to the to Glastonbury Abbey than anywhere else there. And Glastonbury's quite sacred anyway. But the Abbey there, the grounds are amazing. And it's almost like. But you say as if you know. And I had that as well at Tintagel Castle in Cornwall.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So what were you going to say? See, in your mind, can you picture it how it would have been?
I don't know. It's a bit fuzzy.
Right.
I'm just drawn to certain places.
Yeah. Ah, Adam. Tina's just said that the Priory was built on a pagan site.
Ah, good. Does Tina know whether that was goddess?
Ask her.
Tina, I know you said it was built on a pagan site. Was it dedicated to the feminine, do we know, Tina? Because I'm almost certain that it was. And where this, I get this is the oldest part here, Tina, where that archway is. That's a real ancient area, and that's where the water is. There must have been a well or something that's been capped that is no longer visible, because that's where the sanctity of the place comes from.
Yeah. I started to feel a bit.
Residual, probably.
Now, apparently, according to Tina, lots happened in the altar area.
And then, as I said,
Right,
okay. Yeah. But then, as I went
so let's go find the altar.
So what to do? Would have been up here?
There's information boards of that. So altar's always in the east.
East,
so
yeah.
East is behind.
So it would be that
So it's
in
probably
then.
that way.
Because this is the nave.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so
So, right. So if we head up the steps
this
and
is a
walk up
brilliant
this way.
place.
I
And
know.
tell you what, you feel energised with
Yeah,
it,
it's
don't
just.
you?
I mean, you've said.
I
I
knew
was
you'd
saying
enjoy
to
it. I knew you'd
Caroline
enjoy it.
when we went to Glastonbury, I felt more drawn to Glastonbury Abbey than,
I know you did.
and
Yeah.
it's, and also Tintagel Castle in Cornwall.
How do you feel, Laura? Do you like the place? How do you feel?
Yeah, I have a calmness.
Calmness,
I
yeah.
feel like I picture being here as it was.
Oh, that's my phone. Hang on.
No, she's ringing. I've just got the smell of incense.
Did you? That's quite possible, Becky, because you've got to bear in mind where
Yeah.
they would have trailed the incense up the nave.
Yeah, they would.
That
they
would,
it's where
yeah,
they would have
yeah,
wafted.
yeah,
I
yeah.
just got to And no, it's not me. It's not you. It's not Laura. I know it's not Caroline.
Caroline, there's a past life here. That's why
Yeah.
she feels so strongly
I
about
said
it.
that to her
Yeah.
earlier.
There is,
Yeah.
and the nun that is following us confirmed that there is a past life.
Yeah. Just got the incense again. And it's that because obviously you get all sorts of incense now, but it's the church incense.
Proper sort of altar incense.
The altar
yeah,
incense,
yeah.
Like like what they burn, like the Three Kings incense.
Yeah, which is basically frankincense and myrrh, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what they use.
Yeah.
And when you're walking around here, there's a reverence that you
Yeah, you don't want to rush round here.
No.
you
It's
want to,
very-
and you almost want to bow your head slightly.
Yeah.
And with each footstep, you feel the sanctity. I don't know if this makes any sense. You feel the sanctity, and you're spreading that blessings everywhere you walk.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
After you, Laura.
When I was doing my piece to here in March, I got the feeling you were being welcomed.
Mm.
I suppose.
Well, yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Nothing
draws
negative.
you in, doesn't it?
Okay, we have a brother. This chap who was here a few minutes ago, me and Liz saw, he was making his way to the nave. The incense is connected with him.
Okay.
The smell of incense, okay?
Yeah.
Now, his name is Francis, and he was named after Francis of Assisi.
Yep.
And he looked after the crows.
Well, yeah, because St. Francis of Assisi, patron saint of birds, isn't he?
But no, this monk looked after the crows that were here.
Ah, okay.
There was a lot of crows that used to be here, and
Yeah.
he wanted people to know he was the one that looked after the crows.
Okay.
He'd feed them, he'd make sure that they were looked after.
Yeah.
He was only minimal. He was like not a novice, but he wasn't high up in the vicinity.
Yep.
You know,
So there's a sign there, nave. Is that saying nave altar?
that's the nave altar. There it is.
Yeah.
Should we have a little feel?
Yeah.
Let's all gather around. We're going to have a little altar. Right, let's all just have a feel of this altar. Now the high altar is there. That's where we need to go to.
Go away. That way down. You want to get out from here?
Now we have a chair that that would have been up past this high altar, which would have been used on very special occasions when the bishop would have visited.
Right.
All right, and the relics were right near him as well. So there must have been relics around this altar
Right.
because it's got this feeling of him being energised by the relics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where are you, Francis? Where have you gone? Sorry, brother. He's following us. He's walking just here, and he's got sandals on. So I tell you what colour he is.
Go on.
If you were to see him physically, it'd be like you're looking at a black and white photograph.
Yep.
But he's wearing just normal sandals, and he's wearing like a brownie effect type garment.
Right. Yeah. So
All right.
that would have been the possibly Benedictine.
Possibly. I can't see his hair because he's got his cowls.
Yeah.
Now, he was such a good soul. He's lovely. He blesses this area.
Yeah.
This is his area, this part.
Okay. So. So I said earlier about the Dukes of Norfolk. So just to show everyone, so this is where one of the Dukes of Norfolk. There was a lot of Thomas Howards as well. So yeah. Jill's saying possibly Francis was a shaman because he worked with the crows and looked after them.
Yeah, possibly.
Hey, Debs
He
Carter.
wouldn't ever have classed himself as that, being a
Yeah.
Christian, but he was
Yeah.
very much in tune with the animal kingdom, yes.
Tina also said the Priory had fish ponds as well for food.
Right,
So
okay.
yeah.
But does she know anything about the nice crows that were kept? Well, they weren't kept, they came here because they were being looked after. There was
Yeah.
a lot of crows. So the high altar.
Yeah.
Is this the bit that she means?
Yeah, so you can see sort of the growth
Yeah, no, this isn't the one. I can guarantee you that.
Do you know what's really weird? Because even though this is ruins and that, and I'm not a Christian, that's the high altar. I still feel as if I can't go up there. It's really weird, isn't it?
Well,
How
come on, then,
that-
let's go up.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was quite a large complex, wasn't it? Look.
Yeah.
You'd have this high altar,
Yeah.
then you would have the nave altar just there.
Yeah.
The west door, is that west? Yeah, west door. No. Yes,
So we
west.
get my compass
West.
out. So
It says quite large. Oh, I'm getting that tingling thing coming up my legs.
yeah, so west. Yeah.
Yeah,
that
that
was
is west, yeah.
So that's all right. You're okay.
So,
Yeah, it's.
Is this the main altar?
Yeah, this is the main altar. So I said earlier in the when I was doing my little brief bit about the history. So the Dukes and the Earls of Norfolk, the majority of them are buried here. They asked to be buried here, and Thomas Howard is his tomb's there, right in front of the high altar. So it just goes to show sort of his wealth and status.
Yeah,
really, you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
to be buried in front of the high altar. So the bit where you had it had a tomb, but it was removed, and when
That's
the
right, it
Priory,
was exhumed.
yeah. Oh, so when the Priory was destroyed, the monks were killed.
so that makes sense why he's looking after this area then, doesn't it?
Could be.
Now, this, again, you have a feminine here. What is this part? I'm very drawn to this because
So-
this is feminine.
If you think of a normal church,
Yeah.
you normally have a lady chapel.
One to the right or to the left, so that could possibly have been. That says on there the First Lady Chapel.
But
Where?
really, no, I didn't
It
see
says that
that.
on there.
Where?
On that plaque there, First Lady Chapel.
No, I was talking about the sacred soil from the Holy Land
Yeah.
that was kept in this area.
Okay.
So whether that could have been connected to the lady, as in it was taken from where she was believed to have lived, or something like that, but it's held very in very high regard. That was. There's some steps there, look.
So it would have
Yeah.
gone
They're the ones that I saw when we came in. I said, I wonder where them steps led to.
Yeah.
But at one point I would imagine that was a high tower, and
Yeah,
that would have led up to the top of the tower.
Yeah.
Those steps.
You can see where there would have been an arch.
I mean, even if you look up, I mean, even the stonemasonry work just on the remains of the pillars as well is beautiful.
It is, isn't it? Up
You
there,
know?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you look closely, you can see where the arch would have started.
And if you look at it, it looks almost Celtic, doesn't it? Not
Yeah,
there.
Just ask
yeah.
a daft question, please, people.
Yeah.
Right, this is the First Lady Chapel.
Yeah.
Well, over there is just a Lady Chapel. What's the difference?
So I suppose this one would have been built before that one, I
Yeah.
suppose.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, I
Right,
presume so.
okay.
Is that
Yeah.
right, Becky?
Possibly, or because
I didn't know if it was
even
like-
back then you would have had separation of the
Yeah.
masses, so it could have possibly
Possibly.
been that this would have been used for the nobility,
Yeah.
and that would have been used for the ordinary folk.
This is a lovely area.
It
I'm
is.
going to go see how I feel with
I think
stairs.
the
Okay,
whole-
you
the
go
whole
see how you
Priory
feel
is.
with the stairs.
I think the whole Priory is.
Just be careful.
How you feeling? Oh, it's just the face you just went really sad.
I don't know. They're slippery though, so I'll probably fall down them.
careful.
I don't know.
Yeah, at some point I imagined those steps would have gone.
All the
when
way
this,
up.
When this tower was complete, those steps would have gone all the way up.
So would it have been as high as that bit, do you think?
I would imagine so, yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Tina said sorry she missed a bit because she was drying her hair.
Who's that?
I think that's what we're going to need to do when we get back, Tina.
Right.
Apart from me, my
Yeah.
wash and go.
Right, so
Are we good?
Yeah.
I think we're good.
Right.
Right.
Okay. Thanks, guys, for watching. I said we would have loved to have done it last night and got in here last night. I think we would have picked up on a bit more last night, maybe. I don't know. But as you can see, from the time we got in, from the time we started filming, Adam picked up on so much. And it's more residual, would you say?
Well,
active?
actually, I started by saying there's only 2 active spirits. There's actually 3. The monk as well. They're all very kind-hearted. There's nothing negative here.
I've said
There's
that.
a taint of things that shouldn't have been happening, which is residual. But even that, because of the sanctity of the place, the actual earth energy here, it's being cleansed all the time.
And I've wanted to bring Adam here since I've done that piece earlier on, introducing people to the Priory. And I said then that Adam would love it here and love to bring the team here, and that's proved right. Adam's picked up
It's
so much
lovely.
love here today. We would like to get in at night time, but as I said earlier, for reasons that are out of our control, we can't do that. I think if we were able to get in here at night, it would be even more active, would we, Adam? It is now.
Yeah, you'd see more, like I say, lights.
Yeah.
But because of the sanctity of the place, I'm not sure that I'd want to.
No.
Yeah.
Or whether
I'm
that
quite
would
happy
be
that we've done it.
necessary.
We've brought the team here, we've brought yourselves
Because
here.
I think, I'm hoping that as we've been walking around, you've got some voice recordings. I really do hope.
Yeah.
I think we could have.
Yeah, just point out, when we done our live last night, we did do voice recordings throughout. We listened to it back, and we have got some unusual voice anomalies on there. The rest of the team, we're actually going to sit down and have a proper listen to them, and we're going to try and isolate them for you, and we will post them up on Facebook for you, so you guys can actually have a listen and see what you think. And if we've got anything after walking around today as well, we'll also let you know.
Thanks for watching, guys. So
Thank
are we
you.
going to end it now?
So
Yeah. We've
want to-
lasted, not sure how long we've been filming for,
we
guys.
have been filming for
We've got wet.
nearly an
Okay.
hour. We've got
We've
very,
got
very
wet, but
wet.
it's been
We're
worth
now
it.
drying out again because the
And
rain's
thank you
stopped.
guys for watching, and tune in next time.
Thanks for your feedback.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.